Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most jaw-dropping headlines in recent memory, because DAVANTE Adams has officially become the biggest signing in the history of the Las Vegas Raiders. Fans across the league, not only those draped in silver and black, are talking about this move as a seismic shift in how the Raiders view their future and their identity. For years, this franchise has been searching for that one marquee player, a true superstar capable of carrying the offense, striking fear into defenses, and putting the team right back into the conversation as a powerhouse in the AFC. Adams isn't just another wide receiver, he's arguably the best wideout in the entire NFL over the past half-decade, stacking all-pro selections and redefining what elite route running looks like. The moment the news broke, the excitement in Las Vegas was electric, with fans flooding social media and sports talk shows erupting in shock and anticipation. The Raiders, who have often been criticized for inconsistency and lack of star power in key positions, have silenced critics by landing a name that even rivals respect. This isn't just a signing, it's a statement of intent for the future. When you think about the history of the Raiders from their Oakland days to Los Angeles and back, and now in Las Vegas, you think about swagger, mystique, and big personalities that match the brand of this franchise. But for the longest time, many questioned if that old aura still existed. Well, with the arrival of DAVANTE Adams, the Raiders are essentially telling the world, yes, we're still here, and we're swinging for the fences. His addition changes everything from how the Raiders are perceived to how they will line up on the field. For years, their receiving core has struggled to maintain consistent dominance, and while there have been flashes of brilliance, nothing compares to what Adams brings. Elite hands, surgical precision in separation, and the kind of clutch playmaking that makes quarterbacks dream. The Raiders are betting big, and they're signaling a transition from being a middle-of-the-pack storyline to headlining the NFL's primetime discussions. Fans who had grown weary of mediocrity suddenly have renewed faith, believing this acquisition could finally end the drought of relevance that has haunted them for decades. Adams embodies hope, and he embodies belief. What makes this signing even juicier is the emotional angle tied to it. DAVANTE Adams isn't just any player landing in Las Vegas. This is a reunion with quarterback Derek Carr, his old college teammate at Fresno State. Back in those days, the two were magic together, creating highlight reels that still circulate on social media every time nostalgia strikes football fans. Now, years later, with Carr as the leader of the Raiders offense, bringing in his favorite target from his college glory days feels like destiny finally being fulfilled. The chemistry between them doesn't need to be manufactured from scratch. It already exists, and it could ignite instantly on the professional stage. NFL defenses should be on high alert, because when a quarterback has that built-in trust and history with a receiver of Adams' caliber, the results are usually devastating. The Raiders are gambling on familiarity, transforming into fireworks on Sundays. This storyline, filled with history, friendship, and unfinished business, adds layers of drama that fans and analysts can't resist. It's not just a blockbuster signing. It's a feel-good reunion with the potential to rewrite the narrative of an entire franchise. Of course, with a move this big, the expectations skyrocket to near impossible levels. Raiders fans are dreaming of playoff runs, divisional dominance, and maybe even whispers of Super Bowl push. Critics, however, will remind us that one player, no matter how great, doesn't guarantee trophies. But when you look at the Raiders' roster construction, this is more than just a splash signing. The presence of Adams elevates the entire offensive unit. Opposing defenses can no longer afford to focus solely on the run game or on Darren Waller, the talented tight end who often carried the passing game burden. Now, with Adams lining up wide, the field opens in ways Raider Nation hasn't seen in a very long time, and the psychological impact cannot be underestimated. Fans are energized, the locker room is energized, and opponents will have to prepare differently. That shift in confidence, combined with proven talent, could be the missing ingredient to finally bring balance to a team that has been teetering on the edge of relevance for far too long. Adams is not just adding yards and touchdowns, he's adding belief. From a business standpoint, this move is just as massive as it is on the field. Las Vegas thrives on spectacle, on big names that light up marquees, and now the Raiders have one of the NFL's brightest stars to plaster across billboards and promote across the Strip. The timing couldn't be better either, with the Raiders still settling into their relatively new home and trying to build a loyal fan base in a city dominated by entertainment giants. Bringing in Adams is a marketing dream. Jersey sales will skyrocket, ticket demand will intensify, and the buzz around the team will keep them relevant even outside the football bubble. The Raiders haven't just signed a player, they've signed a brand, and that brand aligns perfectly with the city's identity. This partnership feels almost cinematic in its scale, like something scripted to blend the glitz of Las Vegas with the raw passion of football. Whether or not the Raiders cash in on the field, they've already struck gold off of it by securing the type of superstar who attracts attention in ways few athletes can. The franchise is officially back in the spotlight. Yet, with all this hype, there's always the lurking question of pressure. How will Adams handle the weight of being dubbed the biggest signing in Raiders history? He's no stranger to expectations, having thrived in Green Bay alongside Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. But this is different. This is about legacy, about lifting an entire franchise on his shoulders and justifying the historic investment. Raiders fans are passionate, loyal, and sometimes brutally demanding. If Adams shines, he'll be immortalized in silver and black folklore. If he falters, critics will be ruthless. Still, judging by his track record, betting against him feels like a fool's gamble. His consistency, work ethic, and drive suggest he's ready to embrace the challenge. And with Derek Carr, his trusted friend, delivering him the ball, there's every reason to believe this partnership can thrive. Pressure exists, but so does opportunity, and Adams has always been the kind of athlete who thrives when the stakes are highest. The biggest signing in Raiders history comes with risk, but the potential reward could redefine the franchise for years to come. The rumor mill hasn't stopped spinning since the announcement, and every insider whispers that this is only the beginning of something larger. Some suggest that the Raiders front office is already plotting additional moves to maximize Adams' arrival, potentially targeting another high-caliber offensive lineman or even eyeing a trade that could further strengthen the defensive unit. The buzz is that Adams is more than just a receiver. He's a magnet that could draw other stars to the desert. When players across the league see a proven winner committing to a team with a strong quarterback connection, it changes perceptions. Suddenly, Las Vegas isn't just a flashy market. It's a real destination for elite talent hungry for both attention and championships. Fans sense this domino effect could reshape the AFC West landscape, one of the toughest divisions in football. The Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers may have their superstars, but the Raiders are no longer content being the afterthought. The whispers grow louder. With Adams in silver and black, this team has the leverage to become the NFL's most dangerous dark horse, capable of shocking even the most established dynasties. The Raiders are building something, and everyone feels it. Behind closed doors, the Raiders' locker room is buzzing as well. Teammates reportedly erupted with excitement when the news broke, some even texting each other late into the night about how this changes everything. Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, and Josh Jacobs now find themselves in an offense that could be borderline unstoppable if executed correctly. Think about the matchups. Defenses forced to double Adams will leave Renfrow free to work underneath, Waller to attack the middle, and Jacobs to find daylight in the run game. It's the kind of balance coaches dream about but rarely get to see in reality. Reports suggest that even Derek Carr, usually calm and measured, couldn't hide his grin during team meetings. That chemistry with Adams isn't theoretical. It's lived experience, tested during countless reps at Fresno State, and their shared history could accelerate offensive cohesion. The locker room energy has shifted from cautious optimism to fiery determination. Players understand the expectations are sky high, but instead of being weighed down, they're feeding off the hype. For the first time in years, the Raiders believe they're no longer building toward the future. The future has arrived with Davante Adams at the center. But let's not ignore the tension bubbling outside of Raider Nation. Rivals are already grumbling, analysts are debating, and some critics claim the Raiders may have overpaid or overcommit to a wide receiver in a league that constantly changes. Yet those voices often fail to account for the symbolic weight this move carries. Signing Adams isn't just about catching passes. It's about resetting the culture of a team too often dismissed. It's about walking into Arrowhead or Inglewood and making a statement that the Raiders won't roll over anymore. For years, Kansas City dominated the narrative in the AFC West, while Denver and Los Angeles built hype with splashy moves of their own. Now, the Raiders are in the same conversation, and perhaps even louder, because Adams' arrival has that rare blend of star power and emotional resonance. Fans know critics will always question the price, but deep down, they sense envy in those critiques. Other teams wanted Adams. Other quarterbacks dreamed of throwing to him. But it's Las Vegas that pulled it off, and that frustration from opponents only fuels the storyline that the Raiders are finally ready to reclaim their place among football's elite. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. If you listen closely to the city of Las Vegas, you can hear the rumble of anticipation growing every day. Billboards already hint at the partnership between Adams and Carr. Season ticket holders are buzzing, and merchandise shops can barely keep up with demand. The Strip is known for lights, glamour, and unforgettable shows, but now it has a football superstar ready to add to the spectacle. Local businesses anticipate increased traffic on game days. Tourism officials are thrilled at the idea of more NFL fans traveling to Vegas specifically to watch Adams, and broadcasters are already circling Raiders games on the calendar as primetime must-see television. This isn't just about touchdowns, it's about identity. For Las Vegas, still relatively new to the NFL world, having a player of Adams' magnitude signals permanence. It says the Raiders are not a novelty or a sideshow. They're here to be a staple of the league. The city and the team are feeding off each other's energy, creating a synergy that feels like it could grow into something legendary. Adams isn't just another signing. He's the face of a partnership between football and a city built for stars. Still, whispers of uncertainty creep into the conversation, because every grand story comes with its challenges. Will the offensive line give Carr enough time to find Adams deep downfield? Will defenses key in so aggressively on Adams that it limits his production? Can Carr rise to the pressure of delivering the ball consistently to an elite receiver, especially in critical moments against division rivals? These questions hang in the air, not as doubts, but as reminders of the razor-thin margins in the NFL. Greatness doesn't come easy, and Adams knows that better than most. His career has been defined by hard work, precise attention to detail, and relentless determination. Raiders fans may worry about the what-ifs, but they also know that their new superstar thrives under scrutiny. The chatter may try to poke holes in the dream, but deep down, Raider Nation believes the partnership between Adams and Carr is exactly the kind of story where obstacles are overcome, where every challenge only adds to the legend. The Raiders have invited the pressure, embraced the spotlight, and dared critics to doubt them, because that's what this franchise has always been about. And as the dust settles on this earth-shaking move, one truth remains undeniable. Davante Adams' arrival is more than the biggest signing in Raiders history. It could be the turning point of a franchise long searching for redemption. The Raiders have always lived on the edge of chaos and glory, balancing drama with flashes of brilliance. And now they finally have a superstar capable of tipping the scale toward sustained success. Whether this leads to playoff triumphs, division titles, or even a Lombardi trophy remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The Raiders are relevant again, dangerous again, and feared again. Adams brings credibility, excitement, and hope in ways that statistics alone cannot capture. Fans are daring to dream, opponents are preparing with caution, and the league as a whole is watching closely. History will judge how this chapter unfolds, but in this moment, with the ink still fresh and the hype reaching fever pitch, the Raiders stand tall with the brightest spotlight in the NFL shining directly on them. And Raider Nation wouldn't have it any other way. This is their time, their story, and Adams is the headline act. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.